Ghana for Yamamuna Moakwaba for 1GH. We all for Frab or what they say, or subscribe or like videos. No, sound so actually wilding. I was saying, name says, see, I'm the Yura Mahama, why an address say, be a wedi Ghana sika bia and your quine person. Be a what the key word is quine pa. Just will be a one for quine papa so and Digana sika arches, a yes, a pay na woje. And I say, be a will be not chawadi, and we is different. But sɛ wafa kwati kwan bi so wawia Ghana sika no deɛ mu nyinaa ho bɛkyerɛ mu ɛno na ama no ate team bi akyɛ sɛ the anti corruption team na bisua saa team yi ama Ghanafoɔ kyɛ sɛ ahomeka aba Ghanafoɔ bebree mu ama mpanimfoɔ bebree so kasa ɛyɛ Nana Yagya Nto a yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ de wɔsimi bɔ NPP akyi yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ first no wɔdɔ Nana Addo saa maame wei nsɛm power bɛka afa Nana Addo ho asesei no wotumi hu sɛ she is disappointed in Nana Addo government nti ama no aba abɔnten bɛkeka nsɛm yi so na busua Nana Yagya Nto akasa yi mu no ɔsɛ sisi a Ghanafoɔ nyinaa especially the Ashanti region ɛhɔ na ɔwɔ sisi a wɔn nyinaa ani agye with the anti-corruption team na ɛyɛ Yura Mahama de aba no wɔsi Ghanafoɔ nyinaa bɔ wɔn akyi dɔm sɛ wɔn bɛyɛ wɔn adwuma na wɔn akye nkɔfoɔ yi nyinaa gu NPP ne hwan mu a wɔn awie Ghana sika nyinaa no yɛbɛkye wɔn nyinaa gu na busua Nana Yagya Nto amfa nso ɔka nsɛm bebree busua deɛ nkɔ ne nkuti Nana Yagya Nto a abira wɔkyerɛkyerɛ ne nsɛm mu.
Thing that has been put together, I believe, is very good. And anybody who has taken money from Ghana, it should be recovered. And even the UN is supporting this venture. Anybody who is against it, then it means you don't love this country, Ghana. We cannot sit down for people to plunder and waste Ghana's money. We have an example, the COVID-19 money from the World Bank, IMF, COVID-19 fund, and all the money that has gone into people's pockets. I mean, there's nothing wrong with investigating the matter. If we go in there and we find that there is nothing in there, fine. If there is something to whoever is guilty, would pay. So I don't think anybody should be against this. But like you know, I miss you. I will not abandon ship because I wanted to meet you today to tell you clearly that you have lost the election. I called you on phone. I wanted to see your face and how you would react to your loss. So I have not abandoned ship, but this initiative is great, and I am happy that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is sticking to his 120-day promise. Ghana is going to see wonders. Ghana is going to change. This is the change we are looking for. You've gotten it. And it's great. Everybody is happy. I mean, Kumasi is happy. Ashanti region is happy. They have been relieved from the clause of the NPP.
Wow.
Now things are going to be different. So this victory, I always said that this election is between Ghana and the NPP. And we show them that they cannot take us for granted. The sovereignty of this nation lies in the hands of the people of Ghana. If taking our nation back, we are going to make sure that this nation is changed and this nation is reset. For the good of everybody, Ghanaians are going to be pampered. Ghanaians are going to feel that they are Ghanaians, not foreigners living in their own land. Things are going to be different, and I believe so. You see, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is a serious guy. He's a solid guy. He knows what he's about. The MPP decided to throw dust on him, to throw dirt on him, so that people don't see his work. But this time now, nobody is going to agree to that too. We are not going to agree to anybody throwing dirt on him. He is going to change the trajectory of this nation. He has done it before. He has experience. And he will do it. As for the MPP, they are gone. They should go and sit down and rethink and see how they lost. I told them every time that they are going to lose this election from within. They did not agree. Lalatu himself said that they went to the election with a very weak team. And it is true. I saw it on social media. If it's wrong, you should tell me. You should tell me. I told them and they didn't listen. That they are losing this election from inside. The cracks were too many. And because of arrogance of power, they didn't even see what was coming. They always said in their own heads, they had this dream of we are going to win, we are beating the 8. But they didn't do what that they had to do. But enough, I mean, they've lost. You don't have to make them feel worse than they are feeling now. But this first initiative, I believe, is the best thing. and we should all support it. It shouldn't be a witch hunting thing. But anybody who has clearly, and I believe it will not be a witch hunting spree, but anybody who has clearly chopped Ghana's money, that if it is clear, distinct, that you have chopped Ghana's money, you have breached procurement procedures, you have bypassed the system for your own benefit, I think that there are laws that have to deal with it. So for me, this is a good initiative. The team is great. And we believe that it will be a good way.
Nana Ajantwa.
Yes,
Loratu was wondering the composition of the team, the membership is not gender balance. Now, why is it that you are not on the team and that you even said people build houses? I didn't hear you say though. That
you said people do what?
We're building houses in 6 months.
Hello, when your line is bad, you say what?
She can't hear me.
You know why am I not on the team?
So she should have been part. So that's
she
should have been part of the team.
Yeah, you.
Oh, why? That one is the prerogative of the president. It is not my wish.
Yeah, but we can also make suggestions, can't we?
All right. We wish you all the best. The way you were talking and hitting at the MPP, I just wanted you to be careful because you know Kumasi is the hub of the support base of the party.
She said Kumasi is happy.
So that somebody doesn't slap you at the back.
Oh.
Nobody can slap me. This Kumasi is for me.
Oh, Papa.
Yes, this is where I grew up. This is where my family, everything.
All right.
Actually, this is my base. So nobody can slap me at the back. They can't do anything. I'll tell the truth. I came here, I did campaign here, I spoke to people here. I was on the ground here, nobody touched me. Because me, I am Ashanti 100%. Full-blooded. You can't defend me. Because this is where we come from.
Nanaya Achebe Jantwa, the daughter of F.A. Jantwa, former General Secretary.
This is me.
Former General Secretary CPP. And this one is coming from Neil van der Poy, the outgoing Member of Parliament for the Odujododo constituency. Says this is not the real oral, Roland. Yeah. This committee, as the release says, is to gather the information, reports, and intelligence on corrupt activities and looting of state resources and assets. There would be a complete investigation, building of docket.
Ghana for Yamamunina Muakwababa for 1GH. We all for Frab on what they say. Subscribe, like videos. No, sound so actually wiring. I was saying, you know, says, see another Yura Mahama, why an adrian say, will be a wedding Ghana Sikabia and your quiet person. Be a what the key word is quite pa. Just will be a one for quite papa so and digan sika chess, yes, will pay na oje. And I say, it will be na chawade, and we is different. But so what faculty crime is where we are gonna see Canada. Munina who betrem. And now man at team ya said the anti corruption team. Now sure side team we are Magana for say. I home become Magana for be bremu, I'm penny for be bre so cassa, and on ya jantwa in said with me boy PPH. You need to first know what Donald Sama moving some power back for another once say no, which means that she is disappointed in another government. The man about one thing make you can't say me. Nebuchadnezzar down to a Casa, when was this year Ghana for especially the Ashanti region, the Hono was this year. Homunian with the anti corruption team now, a Yira Muhammad Yaban. Was it Ghana for a bomb, Chidom say, Ombe or Majuma no matching for winning a gum. MPP name why more we Ghana Sikanyan, Yabetio Munagum. Nebuchadnezzar. Nanaya down to one face or can't send me. The Uncle put in Nanaya down to a broad church
and then prosecution by a special court to be set up. I see. Okay, so that's it.
Indeed, that is it. And so the release that we saw on the committee told us that this committee, VS, is to actually receive and gather information from members of the public and other sources on acts of corruption. And it's very worrying because if you've abreast yourself with the Auditor General's report in recent years and report from the Ghana Integrity Initiative, it should tell you that Ghana's fortunes are dwindling because of corruption. and for us as a party, the NDC, waiting to come into government, our commitment is to actually ensure a certain level of probity, a certain level of accountability, and, you know, confidence in public office. And that is why I'm sure many Ghanaians, you know, gave His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the nod. For me, I think that the oral is even a bigger initiative or a bigger venture than the 24-hour economy. Because bear in mind, in the past 8 years, we've sat on this platform, and the NPP that promised us one district, one factory has given us one day, one scandal. I repeat, the NPP that promised us one district, one factory has given us one day, one corruption scandal. And so if every day has given us one corruption scandal, multiplied by the number of days we have in a year, times the 8 years, it should tell you the number of corruption scandals under this party. And the plethora of them that the media has seen, the plethora of them that Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa has actually unraveled, they are just a drop in the ocean. It should tell you that there are many other scandals that are waiting to be unraveled. And no matter how members of the NPP try to cover up their rot, their loots, see, oral will come after them. We've been in this country, and we've been told how the NPP, in the face of COVID and in the face of hardship, when the ordinary Ghanaian was losing her job or was losing his job, World Bank, you know, gave the NPP 600 million. The IMF gave the NPP $1 billion, $11 billion. The list is endless. Now, the Asagnerigu parliamentary candidate into this election tells us how they squandered the COVID money, how corrupt they were, to the extent that monies that were meant for the ordinary Ghanaian, monies that were meant to build and enhance our hospitals, were shared for Chichinga and Kelewele.
Oh, how?
If they are not, why didn't hear that? Can they even account? Maybe the Loratish will be telling us the terms of reference for the COVID funds that they squandered. I'm sure that the monies that we received, the kindness, the courtesies that we received came with some terms of reference. Did they comply? Did the terms of reference in those gifts tell them that they should share the money for party apparatchiks? We are in this country. Now, having to also been in this country, and we've heard how under Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, we've lost over $500 million under the PDS. Monies that were meant for private sector participation, simply because with a stroke of a pen, Dr. Bawumia was able to actually downgrade a bank guarantee to an insurance guarantee, and for us to lose over $500 million US. If it is not one change that they did with the money, they would account. See, not even one CD that has gone fraudulently into anybody's pockets would be kept there. It will be recovered. And see, even if that is the money that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama would use to improve the free SHS, so that the Ghanaian student is not fed rotten moshosho rice, me naturally, I'll be happy. Someone will say that, and then the NDC is coming in to actually witch hunt. Please, witch hunt amount to persecution. This oral, we are actually investigating people, and you are going to court to prosecute. Witch hunt is persecution. It is not an attempt to persecute anybody. In the face of hardcore evidence, someone will say that this is an attempt to persecute. I think it's not the case. Roland, we were in this country under the Ameri scandal. The list is endless, where the president actually said that he was misled to grant executive approval, so that a contract that was initially meant to be 510 million was ballooned to over 1 billion. Roland, if this is not corruption, if this is not dwindling the fortunes of Ghana, I mean, if you see the recent Auditor General's report, it should tell you the number of the amount of money that this government has actually misappropriated. And the saddest of all for me, Roland, is the National Cathedral. The recklessness. Roland, have you been there? Have you been to the National Cathedral sites? That any reasonable human being, right? Any human being with conscience, any human being that says that I have put my presidency on the line for the good of Ghanaians will actually squander 58 million cedis. And all they do is that they dig a hole. Such recklessness. Roland, and you know what is even nauseating about the entire fact? They put the integrity of men of God on the line. As for the integrity, we may not be able to cover for the men of God, but I can assure the good people of Ghana that the 58 million citizens that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia fraudulently supervised to just dig a hole and now can't account for, and they tell us that they are leaving a legacy. Please, there's not a legacy to leave. You said my time is up. I'm wrapping up in 60 seconds. Let's talk of SkyTrain. How $2 million was paid to an organization that didn't even have the license, didn't have the capacity. Talk less of the Pualugu Dam. 12 million of taxpayers' money has gone down the drain. We can't account for. Not even a paper dam. And in the case of the SkyTrain, not even a paper train flying over this your studio. People think that they'll just come into government, they'll receive donor funding, they'll take taxpayers' money, and they will squander to this extent.
Now your time is up.
I am sure that the good people of Ghana would give the NDC a long stay because we are here to recover. I told you, it is not, see, witch hunting amounts to persecution. In witch hunting, there may not be hardcore evidence, but this is hardcore evidence. Even in the case of the ambulance spare parts scandal, we've seen a plethora of them. But my advice to those who have actually looted the state is that in the oral, the R represents what? Recover. Maybe if they don't want it to be ruthlessly recovered, they should return. So they can actually employ their own form of oral operation, returning the loot. Because mind you, if you don't return, and then investigations lead to it being recovered, it will be ruthless, it will be bloody. Thank you.
For example, I have a
Nana ya janto akasa na uti no ya janto akasa mo. I one thing about this woman. No say muti even all the panelists name presenter obi like obi suggestion kana na ya janto na nke so mo de kan de team no. Especially once I go for raise issue say man is not neutral and gender neutral ne munim sa akasawi I don't know and me feminist me this me that but I guess and give your baba kuma anka you cool but one thing as I say Yira Muhammad binti was selected these people was selected these men so man he believes in them say be omni bit me this is not about gender, this is about who can do the work. Na because mo pese gender neutral no yam go for ba bi mbehim keke we kum no nim hwe about anything say you trained and as experts almost females but Mahama need people he can trust if you are women people he can trust if there is no female expert there with ma or you trustworthy to join the team no believe me no any some relevant. The most important thing right now is not about the gender thing and I say bibi a chese mo de Ghana for mo pese mo ye no mo the issues ba ho mo minim se me nka no mpo anke koye asante fo nkwa anka e be tribal issue koye wi nkwa e be wi se akoye me man nkwa nso Ghana this is not relevant. The most important thing right now is that they can do the work that has been assigned to them. You see, I'm working on some just investigation, get evidence against the people in power. Just looting Ghana sika. That's the most important thing here. To me, some people need back who studio kase. It's not gender neutral. It's not this and that. Put that thing aside. Really, it's not about gender. Race about someone who can do the work and someone who is trustworthy. Now, one gene India just because we're expecting no nah, that's not how we do things. We need trustworthy and people who are already proving themselves. And social list ni ma yen nyina say okuje to Martin Pegu Kofi Buachi. They can do, they are men who can do the work. Until let's just give them the support. So Nanaya Ajanto work. Although Nanya Jantua and I say even some of the female experts become 1K great today, but that's not the issue in Ghana for. Please put that issue aside and let's just support these men. Now, we assemble Nanya Jantua can manage home. the issue about the witch hunt. When you witch hunt, propaganda does or Ghana political system no too much. Man go for be push the witch hunt agenda, especially on more musro no that this is very serious and we must take it into consideration. Say, obi push that narrative about witch hunt is afraid. Esa ne to be dead. Anyone out there pushing the narrative of witch hunt. Because sa wonya de boni bia adiri en how sa wundi boni a sa wonfa sika illegally corruption bia nsi wonje bribe bia mfi ba bia na bibia wo ye wo government bia ye clean there is no way say this way corruption anti-corruption team no and there is no way so you message and anyone say wonya issue so wo ba wonim pefe so what the boni dia definitely we ye message wobɛtry sɛ wobɛpushi agenda bi nso ayɛ ni hɔ because team wey kura nye team a yɛsɛ bi ɔmo na ɛba abɛkyew anaasɛ they are just there searching for evidence against you. They are doing their investigations against anybody in power kyɛ sɛ ɔmo susu sɛ wayɛ biribi sei wate ase nti n'ani kwan sɛ wotumi pushi the narrative about being witch hunted and they wɔnyɛ biribi how can they find something of you like from you anaasɛ biribi sa like I don't really get it. Omo push the narrative about witch hunt. There is no way say they work out with court. Abroad they don't have any evidence against you. And if they have evidence and it's not genuine, there's no way say court never too. Into the narrative about witch hunting, you are selling yourself out. So who raise these issues are? A man for crowd about so be come no ma dwin water bro, but who raise these issues? Nah. Omonya that spider way now, Spider-Man they think say nah there's something wrong. That's where it arouses. Then they target you. You know, stop pushing that narrative. And support this quality arena haban. Nintimi yen set people the empany for yen city be my scapegoat. Me believe say it me are there we are or more ba ne or more they will not follow the examples of the old ones now they did the wrong thing because you see even someone who is not in government even a boy a child crash you see our dream say me be president and I'm a bar mo me de me ho na me bepe that's the narrative that have been there that's the idea mpanifo na gya to a wiem so aba befa obi anu sɛ ɔba deɛ a ne sika ɔde yɛ campaign at ɔba abɛyi ɔbɛgye ne deɛ nyina nti looting adeɛ nyina ɔbɛyɛ basi yɛde wiem so set example sɛ wode asaase wotim sɛ woba Ghana na bɛbɔ no korɔ no a so ho bɛkyerɛ wo a these kind of mindset no yɛbɛtumi put an end to it abusua ma adwene na mekyerɛ wo so kyerɛ w'adwene like videos no share yɛsa bɛhyia bio abusuafoɔ